Okay, right here I have everything we need for installing the new rack and pinion bellows I got off partsavatar. These guys, they go in there on the drive shaft. We're gonna need a car jack to lift the car up. I like using an impact driver. You can use a torque wrench, manual wrench. I don't like that. Here I have my torque wrench. You don't really need this because you'll probably get your wheels retorqued when you get your alignment. I'm going to use these channel pliers as my wrench. I have a wrench, but I'm going to use these instead. You're going to need pliers, and you're going to need this guy, or you can use a really big hammer. I don't like hammering. I'm going to use this ball joint separator. It's going to save me a lot of time and a lot of effort. This here is chalk, limestone. You want to use that so that you get as approximate as you can when you put the tie rods back together so you don't mess up your alignment. Okay, now that I've lifted the car, the tire is clear from the ground just a little bit, don't get very high. I put a wheel block on the opposite side because that's where most of the force is. So yeah, right now you can take your impact. Hopefully you already know how to lift the car. Just break the torque. Here we go. There we go. Wheel should be free. All right, took the wheel off. We're gonna put it under here, prevent the car if it does fall, if this fails. We're not gonna smash this. We're just gonna crush the wheel. I'd rather buy a new wheel and a whole new car. Right here we have the tie rod. This is a tie rod end. Goes in here. This is the bolt. Kind of hard to see. It's very dirty. This is the bolt you're gonna have to undo, or sorry, the nut. You're gonna have to undo this, and then these bushings or the bellows. Mine's really broken, so we have a new one, and we're gonna replace that. Okay, right here. In the top, this bolt here. I can't do it by hand, but I just got it loose. I didn't use any WD-40 or anything like that, but just with the wrench and thoughts and prayers and a bit of hammering, we got it loose. Now we just have to unscrew it a little bit. Alright, so next part is quite important. We're gonna have to take this one out. There's a pin. Pull that pin out with your pliers, and then with your impact driver or socket, you're gonna take it out. Take it out. And then that's where the ball joint separator comes in. That one is gonna pop this off. The forks go in between. This one goes on the bolt, and then we slowly tighten this guy till it pops it out. Once we do that, we're gonna count how many turns it takes to get this one off so that we don't mess up the alignment that bad. Not the best angle, but I've kind of got the pin out a little bit. I have to push it out to the other side, and then you just pull it. Just pull it out. You see, do some twisting, some pulling. Eventually, you can get it loose. All this seems very hard, but it's because I'm doing this shirtless while laying in the hot sun. I recommend against that, but okay, we got the pin out. I'm gonna put that aside. I'm gonna need it later to put it back. Now, this one is nowhere near 19, but all right, it's 17 millimeters. So we're gonna get it. Sure, it's out. Here we go. And just like that, well, it's stuck in the socket, but we got it out, and we're gonna have to get this out now. This is where we get this guy in. Turns out we didn't need it. Just took this guy and just gave it a few love taps here and there. Now it's out. All right, now that we've got it out, we're gonna have to count the turns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, not 18 and a half, we'll call it. I'm gonna write that number down, really crucial to remember. Now we're gonna get this end link. No, sorry, no. We're gonna get the nut off the end link with a 19mm socket. There we go. Well, it's stuck. Oh, here it is. Put that aside. Now we're gonna take a knife, something to get this off. This guy is attached. This guy is attached with a little clamp or something. Figure out how to get that off. And then on the back there, feels like a metal clamp. You're gonna have to either cut that. I'm gonna take a deeper look, figure out how to get it off. Okay, so using my small pliers as a pick, I'm able to reach in there, separate this little metal guy from this plastic, and I should be able to just pull it off. Oh god. Okay, so this rubber's quite stuck, but I got this guy off. It looks like it's kind of a coil that wraps around. Your best bet, I think, is just gonna be to take it off with either some wire cutters, because we're not gonna reuse this. If you don't like getting your hands dirty, this job isn't for you. I just put both my hands and pull the ring off. The little plastic ring is on a little notch there. That's why it was so hard to pull off. Now we gotta get the rest of this guy, of the bellow. There is a hose attached to it down there. Kinda see it. I'm gonna have to use some kind of side cutters to maybe detach it. And then I will have to find what mechanism is used. Attach this guy down there. Okay, I can see it. Go right here, get a better view. There we go, right here. There's the hose connection. Looks like it's a little wire connecting it. Perhaps you can see. And then, there we go. And then on this guy is connected by a little notch, the plastic ring. We're not gonna use a plastic ring. This kit came with some zip ties. We're gonna use those. We have right here. We took off this metal fastener with side cutters from right there, and then we pulled off the bellow. We're gonna put the new one on with the zip tie now. Okay, this one was kind of hard to put on. There's a lip you have to go over when you put on this bellow. The way to do it is you get a little bit on just with some force, and then you start twisting like how a tire is mounted. You start just twisting it clockwise, counterclockwise, whatever you like best. And then you just want to get this nipple or the bleeder valve like on the bottom. And then that hose that was disconnected earlier right here, you're gonna get it back on. And then this little metal with some pliers, you will get it back on so it's all sealed and connected. And then with another zip tie, you can connect this one on, and then you'll be done. Just do the exact opposite. You're gonna put the nut back on here, and then for me it was 18.5 times. You're gonna spin this back on, and then get this tie rod through here, and just make sure it's level when you tighten it all. And then once you're done, do the same thing on the other side, and take a ride to your nearest alignment shop and get it aligned ASAP.